Beats Planet.
Chat. I'm not going to go too crazy today. Because for what? Why would we go crazy? If Chef call in, I might go crazy. If Chef call in, I might go crazy.
That's about it.
That's it. But besides that, though, chat, you did what you were supposed to do. So I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to give you a very even keel type of recap of what happened there. Me and Will Steele are going to give you a hellified conversation and analysis about what happened yesterday. I got some thoughts, though. But I'm gonna try to keep it cool, Will, still, because at the end of the day, it ain't their fault. It ain't their fault. Giants fans were led astray, bro. It ain't their fault.
They were.
Been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. This is what he does.
Chad, here's y'all job for the day. If you see Chef at any moment, you tell him call in and we're gonna stop what the hell we doing and we're gonna get to him. Besides that, the show is gonna be as is. Will Steele, all we did was tell our truth. All we did was tell our side. And there were many people that thought that we was just talking trash. They just thought we was just, shooting the dozens, Will Steele. They thought that we was just trying to roast somebody. No. We was telling you what was about to happen because I believe as Cowboy fans, we've been there before. We know how it is to have this team that we think is good, but maybe not as good as we think it is, but it looked kind of, you know what I mean? And this whole offseason, Will Steele, somebody convinced these people that Paris Campbell and Isaiah Hodgins was a guy. Just two hollers. We ain't got to go whole war call right there. Somebody convinced them, Will Steele.
Convinced them they were special, but they were special list.
Will, the Giants 100% got better. The problem is everybody gets better with you, right? Mike Tyson talked about this all the time. He used to wake up at 3:00 in the morning just to go run. You're like, well, because nobody else was up at that time in the morning. You know what I mean? Like you just can't account for the idea that we're all just going to get better in the same way. Like there's levels to getting better, Will Steele. The Cowboys kind of got better in a different way than the Giants got better. But all the Giants fans were sold, Will Steele, is that y'all got way, way, way better enough. That's what they were sold, Will. Jay-Z got a line. You are who you are when you got here, Will Steele. You were who you were when you got here. Daniel Jones, you were who you were when you got here. So I actually thought about it, Will. I was finna come on here and go crazy today. But Daniel Jones is who he is. And he's always been Daniel, unless Chef shows up. He's always been who he was, Will Steele. So why would I get on here and act like we just won the Super Bowl? Why would I get on here and act like we just be like the Eagles or something? Because I've been waiting to smoke the hell out of that. Why would I come on here and act like we did something special?
Yeah, well.
When at the end of the day, Will, all we did was say, all we did was do what we say that we was going to do since Monday. I tuned in the Authentic show. That was my first time watching the show. I almost ended up sympathizing with fantastic show, by the way. He needs way more subs.
Yes.
Way more subs. He fantastic commentary over there. That motherfucker made me feel like, damn, dog, maybe I shouldn't be shitting on the Giants today, man.
He the only one. He the only one I sympathize for.
Well, that motherfucker charming as hell, ain't he? He said, hey, man, look, we got beat. We got beat, son, doing the whole New York shit. We got beat, son. I was like, yeah, son. Like, yeah, son, I feel you, son. Dog, Will, I was about to come on here and go so crazy, bro, but this whole idea of rivalry renewed after Carrie Underwood came on there and sung the song I don't like, just one holler. And in big bold letters, it said rivalry renewed, Will Steele. If I'm not mistaken, in any rivalry, you got to win some and lose some, Will Steele. We got to take turns beating each other in order for it to be rivals. The Giants aren't our rivals, right? You could say Eagles, maybe. You could say team like, 49ers. We still trying to figure out how to, beat them more consistently, but we've got wins on the fourth. You know what I'm saying? Rivalry takes some back and forth. You know what I mean? But if you were who you were when you first got here, Will Steele, why would we believe that something's got to be different? You got to show me first, Will. You got to show me. Honestly, you got to show Giants fans. Because Giants fans, without being shown, they thought Paris Campbell was just going to come out and be a specialist. They thought Hodges was just going to come out and be a specialist. They thought that Darren Waller was just going to upgrade this whole thing. This whole entire operation, Will Steele. Darren Waller's going to make Daniel Jones a damn 30 touchdown passer. And they were wrong. And honestly, Will, still, as I take my glasses off in slow motion, I think them being wrong is punishment enough. I'm gonna let the whole thing, I'm gonna let all four of this. Will, I think them being wrong was punishment enough. You know, I do the raids at the end of the streams, Will, still.
Oh,
I raided one guy. He was cool. He was like, hey, Voch, hey, we lost, dog. Y'all got us.
I talked about that this morning.
I rated these other motherfuckers. They got mad and started talking about some shit that happened in the 80s. I'm like, who the fuck? Who talking about that? Who talking about that?
Them dudes said we the only ones that won the Super Bowl with all decades. What?
What? Dog, I'm like, hey, y'all go check out them. Y'all go check out them, and shouts out to them and their content creators. And they was like, man, I told y'all come over here talking all this noise. Now y'all got Voch raiding me and shit. I thought I was the police.
But you had them dudes going into talking about Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
Sir, I'm like, what happened September 10th? Why y'all talking about what happened when I wasn't even thought of? Or in the 90s when I was a little baby? Or in the 2000s when I was a goddamn teenager? They went decade by decade, but they just refused. What will? They were in their feelings. This is what happened to him last night, Will, was worse than anything I could do to him. What happened last night was worse than anything I could say to him. And I'll tell you why, Will. Because if you lose a game, you lose a game. You just lose a game. Giants fans had so much tied up into this season and what they thought it was. It's like they lost 17.
They defeated.
It's like they lost 17. It's like they lost 17, Will Steele. They didn't just lose a game. Pittsburgh lost a game to the 49ers. They'll come back. They'll be all right. The Giants lost so bad in such a spectacular fashion. Nobody had scored that many points or held defense to zero in the whole week one but us. Will, we whooped them children so bad that Giants fans are sitting back, rocking in their chair with their arms folded. Man, this whole offseason been some bullshit. Will, let me tell you something that I saw on social media. Fantastic point, by the way. And it was actually interesting. They was like, Trey Hawkins starting, right? Because, you know, the rookie from Old Dominion, Trey Hawkins. Is he starting because he good, or is he starting because our wide receivers wasn't that good in the first place? And I was like, God damn. I was like, Will, this is a different level of hurt. They feel lied to. They feel led astray. They feel bamboozled, Will Steele. I got a little joy out of it, I'm not going to lie. But there's nothing I can say to them. There's nothing I can say to them, Will Steele, that can hurt them on the level that 40 to 0, and it should have been 41 if Brandon Arbor would have made that damn extra point. There's nothing we can say, Will Steele, unless Chef called in. Let me look at okay, he ain't called yet. There's nothing we can say to them. So I'm gonna keep it even. I'm gonna keep it cool. You know, I ain't gonna hit the NWO button. I hope you don't hit the Stone Cold button then. You know what I'm saying? But how about our Cowboys, Master William Skywalker Steele? I normally write down like 5 things. I got this, don't mind my hand, right? I got this whole notepad just full of things I just want to talk about with my battle axe for the day, Will Steele. And I just want to share them with my audience without talking shit about the New York Giants because, you know, they was kind of led astray a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
Let's get going, man. Let's get going, bro. So, first thing I thought about, they didn't think Mark Lewinsky was finna come in this bitch and block nobody, did it? They didn't think Evan Neal was finna come in this bitch and block somebody, did it? They didn't think Will Steele. They didn't think Micah Parsons. We got 7 seconds, but we should have had 15. Daniel Jones running around thinking he's Jalen Hurts. Will Steele. Will Steele. Did you see Daniel Jones thinking he was Jalen Hurts? Cut this shit back up. Will, Sky, who did they think they were? Somebody hit me on Twitter. And they was like, yeah, Voch, Darren Waller about to start beating the shit out y'all. You can't throw past the line of scrimmage because that's the only place that Daniel was, either on the ground or running past the line of scrimmage. Will, dominance by our Dallas Cowboys. Fuck them.
Absolute dominance, bro.
Man.
And they said, well, Evan Neal was working with Willie Anderson.
Willie would have got his ass smoked too. Willie would have got his dumb ass smoked. Willie would have got his hair blown off too by goddamn microphone. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Come on, man. Oh, Willie Anderson go. Willie Anderson can't save you. Willie Anderson can't line up. He can't line up with you, dog.
Willie Anderson can't save you, bro.
Don't look at Quincy Jones. I'm your host, by the way.
Hey, Boxy.
And this is just a mixtape.
BOCHLOMBARDICHEF. Please call in. Please, I beg of y'all. I'm being point guarded by the best in the business, Master William Skywalker Steele.
Yeah.
Gotta be handy with the Steele, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
All right, man. Now let's get to it, man. We ain't doing.
Shouts out to you.
We ain't doing nothing. Hey, Will. Oof. Boy, that right side started collapsing, didn't it?
Yeah, hold on. So I went back. Sorry, it's funny because we used to call him Twinkle Toes last year because he just couldn't keep up with us.
Yeah,
he gave up 8 pressures on the night, bro.
8
dudes don't give up 8 pressures in half a season.
Right.
Give up 8 in one night.
Right. DeJuan Jones only gave up 3 in the whole preseason. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Well, my Dallas Cowboys complete game today, yesterday. Offense, defense, special teams. Started off with Wanye Thomas making the block and Noah Diginomini.
Noah at the Omni with the return. How about that?
Shouts out to Noah, right? Scoring the first points. Boss man Noah is what I called him on social media.
Don't do that.
Let me ask you this, right? And I don't want to ask you too many questions unless you pick your pen up and do this. Let me ask you this though, Will. I've been hearing a lot of commentary about the game yesterday, and they put a lot of emphasis on that first drive. Now, I feel like after a whooping like this, I think it's normal for the commentator team and all that and the media guys to try to find some type of light, some type of negative. Like you can't have a star up without a star down type thing. And I feel like people were overrating they were overrating what happened in terms of run defense on that first drive.
Yeah.
I don't think it was that big of a problem. Here's my take, Will Steele. I think the rushing yards that beat you the most came from the passing downs, came from, Daniel Jones rushing from passing plays, contained being broken, and him kind of running for the first down, doing his little thing, right? And nobody really accounting for him. That could be a contained thing. That could be, when we run the little gap exchanges or whatever, your end ends up outside and your big boys got to play contain to get outside. Maybe they didn't get outside very much. But when I think of run defense, right, and the run defense pertaining to the Cowboys for the rest of the year, it's about run fits, right? And it's about filling your gap and making tackles versus running back when it's handed off or quarterback in design run plays or whatever, right? And I think the Cowboys were fine. They gave up some Saquon runs, but Saquon's a guy. Saquon's gonna do that sometimes. But for the most part, I didn't see anything in that first drive that would show me that, hey, the Cowboys are still gonna have problems with their run defense moving forward for the rest of the year. Will Steele, did you see the same thing, or you disagree?
I just think first 15, right? We have to understand that there was going to be some rust coming into this game. Our starters didn't play at all. And theirs did, and not it didn't last long, but
Sure.
But there is something to the first 15, and usually that's when you have a team that's not as good,
Sure.
personnel wise, they try to throw everything at you that they can early on, and kudos to them if they did anything well. Their first 15 was pretty damn solid to start the game, and they had some cool inside zone things and eye candy and whatnot, and it just took a little bit for this defense to kind of get going. Here's why I never worried, Voch. Here's why I never worried, even when they were getting, I think they had 2 good runs on the ground from the running back, 2 of them. Mm-hmm. I said, well, they got to do it in the red zone.
Sure.
We've been here before. Yeah. We've been here. Get to the red zone, and they can't score in this defense. Mm-hmm. All it takes is one mess up, one mistake, and that one mistake was that line on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and they got scared. And once you get scared and you go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10 or whatever the hell it was, and next thing you know, the ball's getting snapped behind the line of scrimmage, block, everything changes. So I was never worried. That was the first 15. They had a fantastic opening drive, start to the opening drive, but you didn't finish. And this defense is going to make you earn every single last yard all the way down the field. So good for them, but I'm not concerned at all. Teams are going to do this. We understand they're going to do this, and I think Dallas will continue to adjust. They got the bodies now. Last year, I might have been concerned. Oh, we got the dogs in this year. I'm not concerned just yet.
Plus, once everybody got settled and we made the adjustments, you didn't see very much, run defense problems later in the game. Like Saquon, once again, did not have 100 yards rushing. So if Daniel Jones wasn't like an athletic quarterback, it could have been worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones just has the ability to break the pocket, extend plays. I don't even want to say extend plays. He was really just running for his life and throwing it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Basically what was happening. But if you don't have a running quarterback, and that's like Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Daniel Jones again, right? Kyler Murray is not going to be playing for us. So you got like Aaron Rodgers is not going to be doing it like that. Colt McCoy, Brock Purdy's not going to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones, those guys aren't going to be doing that. So if anything, that's a great opening drive for us as Cowboys, right? Like, okay, cool. This is what running quarterbacks are going to look like. Is him, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. This is as hard as it's going to get. But we always talk about it, right? If we can stop the run, earn pass rush, and score, we put this team, we put whoever we against in a deep hole. Like, that's the goal here, right? And Will, I don't know about you, dog, but I just never seen my team like this. I never seen my defense like this. I couldn't stop myself from laughing. Every time something bad happened to the Giants, we'll get a takeaway or something like that. And we're probably going to lead the league in takeaways again if we keep playing like this. I just couldn't help but to giggle and laugh. The game got to 26-0 or something. It was like in the middle of the second quarter or something. And they ran the ball 3 times in a row. I'm like, man, y'all look defeated. Y'all look sick of yourself in the middle of the second quarter. They handed the ball off twice, and then they did a quarterback sweep, the same one Tebow used to do in Florida.
Like
They just saw the Florida documentary on Netflix, and they say, "Hey man, let's just run that thing Tebow used to do." Dog, they were defeated because we made Daniel Jones throw the football. Anybody throwing the football is in grave danger. But Daniel and his 15 passing touchdowns last year, Daniel Jones throwing the football. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. I feel like the first drive was overrated, but hey, if you're gonna be rusty, some teams around the league was like rusty all day. My Cowboys defense was rusty for like what, 6 plays?
Like 6 plays.
6 plays.
6 plays.
And look, I taught Nate what a drive killer was yesterday, right? I'm just breaking down drive killers. And the question I got back was, okay, so why did Andrew Thomas flinch? Like, why did he false start or whatever? Well, because Mike is a threat, right? This wasn't just some false start because of miscommunication. This wasn't a false start because of snap count. Daniel Jones wasn't trying to hard count you like that. Andrew was trying to get out there because Mike had been flying. That's your first problem. John Michael Smith's bad snap. That should have been a Micah Parsons sack, I would assume. But besides that, and then the damn field goal block, it just went down from there, Will Steele. It went down from there. So I love the idea that if my defense can just start mounting problems onto you and it just keeps piling up under you like that, it's bad business. I tweeted this, Will Steele, and I wrote it down. I do want your reaction to this. If Trey Diggs is tackling your ass in for a long night, Trey Diggs was physical. Trey Diggs was physical, Will Steele, and in one of these networks, letter networks or whatever, he was talking to Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison. It was like, hey, Trey, he was physical in the mug, dog. You know, I'm catching interceptions or whatever. This time like, is that something that's purposeful? And Trey said, like, hey, man, I'm normally making so many words. This is Voch translating. Normally I'm making plays in the passing game. So if they're not going to throw it to me, I got to impact the game other ways. So he said that being physical was something that he was working on. If I had to bet, somebody tapped him on the shoulder after the 49er game, like, hey, Trey, boom, boom, boom. And Trey being the competitor that he is, just like Dak, just like Micah. I mean, we see him cuss each other out at practice. Maybe this was something that Trey wanted to prove and showcase. He wanted to come out with some physicality, and one led to a Deron Bland pick, and the other led to a forced fumble that was returned from Israel Mukwomu. You got something on Trey Diggs' physicality this game, Will, still? Because it wasn't throwing to him.
Yeah, I do think that there was something to how the season ended, because it wasn't how the season started for Trey Diggs last year, if you remember. And I think this mentality might have came from 2021, where he said, if they're not going to throw to me, I got to find out different ways to impact the game. And throughout the season, wasn't even just the beginning of the year, but throughout the season, Diggs was a physical presence at the line of scrimmage or screens or quick outs. He was tackling very well. He only was credited for 2 missed tackles. The previous 2 years he had almost 12% missed tackle rate, and that fell all the way down to 3. Yeah. So you got, again, a young guy that's learning how to impact the game in different facets of the game. And I don't think you can not call Trey physical anymore. I mean, he's always been a physical DB, but now he's physical, whether it be the run or whether it be quick passes, things in front of him. Now, where you might say, well, Sky, I've seen him kind of dodge things, is when you get a lineman pulling. And I say, find me the cornerback that's taking on a 6'6", 330-pound tackle. You can't take their legs out anymore. So it's advantage tackle. But if it's a quick screen, a flare, or dump it out, Trey has stepped up in that manner. And this is now back-to-back years he started off physical, and adding that to the part of his game that still, I think there's people out there that don't put him up there with the corners, which is crazy to me. Trayvon Diggs, one of the best cornerbacks in this league. But I love it. I love to see it. I don't think this is a mistake. This is now 2 years in a row. And honestly, you don't want to be the guy in that room on that defense that's not physical. Because when we got safety 7 and 8, being physical, and my all-pro ain't, we're looking at you sideways. So, yeah.
I'm not saying that anything weird is going to happen in that DB room because, like you always say, follow the money. But if it was any other situation, why ain't making it weird for some of them guys in there? You know what I'm saying? Marquise Bell making it weird for some of those guys in there will still. You know what I mean? I understand Donovan Wilson is a guy, but I ain't saying that we ain't really miss him, because it just would have been more of a whooping if he was there. But it ain't like you lost very much with Wanye and Marquise
didn't
Bell.
lose a damn thing.
Right. So I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to get that interview with. I'm trying to get that Donovan Wilson interview.
Oh, that's my guy. Don, just think about it. You're going to be Donald's better than them.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a second. Just think. We got a guy that's better on the bench. But here, I saw this on Twitter, and I was like, man, look, we was kind of key and he and when DeMarvion Overshown was here, but maybe we should just say this in general, because it wasn't just Wanye and Marquise Bell, but we saw guys on the defensive line also making noise in that second and third unit. And somebody said, hey, man, I know Wally Pipp shouldn't be a thing, but this ain't the year to get hurt if you on defense.
It's not.
This ain't the year to miss time if you on defense, because these young bucks is hungry, and Dan is putting them in position to succeed.
Especially if you only got 1 year guaranteed on your contract anyway. Your ass better come back not limping. Right. Hey, man, fantastic from those guys. I'm going to talk a little bit more about them in a second. But Micah Parsons is him. Micah is him. Will Steele, you knew. I'm sorry. I apologize. Micah is him. When Micah came out and talked to the media that one time, it wasn't the media, pardon me. It was the Pivot podcast. It might have been the media, Will Steele, but he was talking about the whole I don't want to just be sack guy. I want to be impact guy, right? Anybody can have big sack numbers, but it's the impact, it's the guys that you have to account for. This is where it gets weird for me. Sack versus impact, Will Steele. A part of me wants Micah Parsons to get all the numbers and the accolades and the stats, and I want to see him break. What my man said, Macho Man, I want him to get 30 sacks just so we can brag on Micah Parsons. Say he got 30 sacks. But however, Will Steele, you cannot deny what impact Micah is. Sack Micah's cool. Impact Micah is ridiculous. They have to account for him. I saw this one play. And if y'all want to watch the film, we watched the D-line today, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I watched this one play. This was after Micah had gotten a sack from linebacker lining up, and B got beaten the hell out of Glowinski or whatever, right? It got bad for Glowinski and them. Micah got a sack, bursty, quick, turned the corner, acceleration, cool. But they lined Micah back up in that same spot, right? And the whole interior of the offensive line reacted to him. The right guard, center, left guard all reacted to Micah.
Yo.
What's up? What I missed?
Finish.
And somehow, Jonathan Hankins got a one-on-one. Jonathan Hankins got a one-on-one. D-Law got a one-on-one. I don't want to say like it was like Dorrance Armstrong or something got a one-on-one block. Impact Micah is different. We talked about Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore gotta pick this game. He gotta pick this game because he's nice. But on that pick, Daniel Jones was running for his life from Micah Parsons. I would love it for Micah to get his numbers, man. But impact Micah, you can see it. You can see it. And they moved him all over the place. They got him playing both ends. They put him up against Evan Neal. They put him up against Andrew, and they lined him up against Glowinski because they played a good old game of find the scrub. And there's nothing I love better than a game of find the scrub. What you about to show me, Will? Still?
Okay, so I wanted to go see how many pressures Mark Glowinski gave up, right?
Okay.
We got to play a game, me and you. Some people in the chat may have seen this already.
Okay.
I don't really care for grades much, but when they're really bad, I know they were bad.
Sure.
So just take a guess what Mark Glowinski's grade was. It's scale from 0 to 100.
From 0 to 100. Okay, so whenever something bad happened, it was on their right side. It was either him or Neal.
Yeah, and Neal was bad too. Neal was
bad.
like 28 or something like that.
Glowinski might have been a little worse than Neal. So if I had 28, Glowinski, you gotta. So if it's one, so there's no negatives. It gotta be like in the 15s, then, right?
1.
What? What? Scroll that shit down.
I ain't never seen this in my life, dog.
Oh no.
He got a 1. I couldn't give you a 0, so I gave you a 1.
That is horrific. That's horrific.
I swear to you, I promise y'all, I can care less about grades. I care less about grades. I usually go over to see, pressures and things like that. 1? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
They give you a 50 for writing your name on the paper.
Mark Glowinski got out there and forgot how to spell his name.
Now, Will, I was watching some plays of him or whatever, and he didn't do a great job dealing with Osa. He didn't do a great job dealing with with Chauncey and some of the other guys. And look, Will, I thought something was funny. Towards the end of the game, Daniel Jones was still out there, even when like some of our backups went out there. And in my mind, I'm like, all right, maybe they're trying to gain some momentum and put some points up on our second team, but our second team like that too. And Chauncey started sacking the shot out of him.
Right.
Dog, I'm just.
He got I've never seen any great, whether it be pass blocking, total, or run, but I've never seen a 1.
How do you even get a 1? Like you have to not win any reps at all. I know Osa got a sack on him. Chauncey got a sack on him.
I mean, he gave up.
And Micah.
This is absurd. He gave up 9 pressures from the interior and 3 sacks. You cannot do that now. So that is 15 pressures.
Yeah.
And 5 sacks he's given up to the Cowboys in the last 3 meetings. What made you think you could roll him out there in this matchup?
Well, this is the problem, right? You remember we was hearing rumors that they was having a guard competition. They was talking about rotating guys. He won the competition. I mean, they was thinking about putting somebody else out there.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
Okay, I didn't mean to derail, but I mean I've just never seen this before.
That's perfect, Will. Still, that's perfect because let's see, boom, boom, boom. No runners at quarterback. Osa got busy. Tank got busy. Dorrance, in which I ain't hear nothing from Dorrance till yesterday. But hey, shouts out to him. He got going. Dog. This defense, I think they could break the sack record. Will still, I think they could break the sack record.
Well,
and the one thing that would keep the Giants in games last year was that they'll just throw the ball deep versus cornerback 2. Y'all know I'm constantly reminding y'all about how bad cornerback 2 was. And we'll see, I think it was like Shepard or something like that, right? To where we'll beat the Giants offense, but on third and whatever, they'll throw a deep ball to Shepard and they'll end up in the red zone or they'll end up, first down or something like that. They didn't have that. So when you see Giants fans, talking about now, well, how was the game closer last year? Well, because we fixed our impediments, unlike y'all. Go ahead.
You brought up, I want to go back to what you said about Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Where sacks or impact.
Yes. Okay.
And I think you saw both.
You did.
In regards to Micah. And there's not many players, maybe Aaron Donald, where you're going to get that type of attention, right?
Yeah.
You still produce, but you also help others produce.
Mm.
He was responsible for at least 2 or 3 sacks. I know 2 for sure, but maybe 3. He was responsible for those, and he still got his. That is again, man. Just he's trending towards a certain place in Ohio, in my opinion. I don't give a damn if you try to say it's only year 3. He's trending towards that place. But I think I want Micah to have the impact mind frame,
sure,
because he's so good. The sacks are going to come.
Do you think that we're gonna get to a point, right? I told you, I think a lot of sacks got erased because Daniel Jones just hauled ass out of there, right? Do you think we would get more sacks when we start running into quarterbacks that aren't gonna run like Daniel Jones is? Because it's not like you could just catch the ball and when you see pressure, you just throw it away because that's grounding, right? And you just can't throw the ball up against Diggs and Gilmore like that. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have to take sacks sometimes, right?
He can run, and we sacked him 8 times.
Dom the Mongo here.
Bro, they took one back.
And look, Will, normally, right? Jalen Hurts does this. Jalen Hurts will get sacked because he was running, trying to extend the play, and he'll run into somebody. Can I say one thing about the Eagles and Patriots game?
I'm really, really trying not to, but please.
We would always get into the roundtable group chat, right? And we'd be like, "Hey, man, if y'all just pressure Jalen Hurts, he'll fuck up a little bit." And we'll just watch teams just not pressure Jalen Hurts. Belichick said, I ain't gonna say that.
No, I'm just look. Foot's been preaching it today.
Well,
Foots is going to be Foots, right?
Foots knows everything. Foots knows all things. Will Steele,
but I ain't seen nothing different.
I ain't gonna say nothing else. Will Steele,
I know. I'm gonna just let that. Hey man, I ain't worried about it. That's them. We us.
We on to the Jets.
We on to the Jets. We'll see him in week 9. But I'm just saying.
Oh,
that's man.
That motherfucker better learn how to read some defense. He better learn. That nigga better learn how to throw into the blitz or something.
Oh boy, I'm just saying.
Hey, I hope it was the rain, Will. Still, I hope that the rain and it got in his visor and he couldn't see. Yeah, man, the secondary looked good, man. Just boy, we got 5 safeties. I just love the pieces, man. Boy, we got 5 safeties. We just love the pieces, man. And Wanye Thomas is not going back to the hood, man. Wanye Thomas is never going back to anybody's practice squad. He is an NFL player. He is a special teams ace.
Yo, you heard a story about Wanye?
About his dad now? Yeah, man. That's madness.
Unbelievable.
Madness. Incredible story.
It makes me feel, emotion for him. I usually don't feel emotion for too many players, until you hear the backstories of some of these players, and that is one where you are emotionally invested in it. I'm happy for the kid.
Yeah. Shouts out to him, man. Making it work. And then look, he ain't just like, oh, I made the team and I'm just gonna sit out or something. Like, he's making plays. He's making impact play. And look, Will, another thing, right? I'm thinking, all right, Wanye, you've made your special teams contribution. And then he start covering and batting paces down. And making plays and making tackles in the run game. I'm like, man.
He can cover, bro. And we peeped that in preseason in camp, right? He was showing out, but it's like, okay, preseason camp, but let's see it in the games. And he just has a click, is what I call it. He has this click ability. There's a year or 2 jump to Wanye Thomas's game that's very similar to what we saw from, I keep saying, Izzy. I forgot about Izzy. You know what I mean? Because Wanye making me forget about him.
Me too. I wasn't kidding when I was talking about them 1 year's guaranteed left on your deals, man. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, the whole Malik and
Malik got extended.
Pardon me, Dono and what's his name? J-Ron's on his last year, right?
J-Ron, he got his guarantee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And J-Ron's J-Ron.
Sure.
But boy, I'm telling you something right now. The way these young boys is playing, I just don't see how they breaking the bank.
Overshawn come back. Overshawn come back next year. Hey, this is a cool young little core, Will Steele. A cool young little core of savages. And look, I thought Marquise Bell, I thought it was gonna be some drop off with him at linebacker. I mean, he a little bitty and somebody pushed his ass around one time, but he's knifing through blocks.
There you go.
He's reading it well, Will Steele.
There you go.
He sees it. So him being an athlete and him seeing it, he little, but if he get that first, it don't matter. Plus, if your D-line does their job, right? And I don't know if it's coincidence, but he's always behind Hankins. He's always off of Hankins's, double team combo set. I'm like, hey, that's smart if that's intentional and purposeful. But as long as he's clean, and even if he's not clean, Marquise Bell impressed me. We would see in preseason games like, hey, Marquise Bell, the leading tackler. That's interesting. He's one of your top tacklers now in a regular season game versus a playoff football Giants team.
He was doing it all preseason last year too.
Yeah.
You're just asking him to get me through this season doing this. I don't see this being a career for him, but get me through this season, right? And then he can play the J-Ron role moving forward because that's kind of what he's auditioning for.
Yep,
auditioning for this role. Yeah, he's going to have to continue to develop in the pass coverage, but from a zone standpoint, the hit that he had, if you go back and watch it again, he's on the opposite hash mark. The screen goes that way. He knifes through one of the offensive linemen trying to grab him, and boom, fumble. You know, so that kind of athletic ability and natural safety ability showed out there. But I'm impressed with at the LOS consistently, right? You know, in the box doing linebacker things. He did that so well, man, and just a testament to Dan Quinn and finding these dudes and putting them in position to succeed.
You know, Will, I was looking at let me share that out. I was looking at it was one of these pregame shows that had Maria Taylor and Jason Garrett and one of the McCourtys. I can't tell the difference. They twins. And I'm just looking at Jason Garrett break down the Cowboys, man. I couldn't just help in my mind but to be like, man, Jason, you don't know nothing about what's been going on here. Like, you know, like once upon a time, Jason used to come on as an analyst, right? And he'll be like, oh, I know all about how Zeke worked, boy. I know all about Dak and the boys, man. But dog, we've been so removed from Jason Garrett now, Will Steele. They have not a clue what this team is like. And I'm thinking about, why didn't Jason Garrett have teams like this? Because Will McClay was around, right? But I think coaching and development. I think that's the difference here. How we can take undrafted dudes and day 3 guys, and them dudes be dudes. How many times did we watch the game, Will Steele, and we go, man, Deron Bland, undrafted guy, or Wanye, or Israel, or pick a character that's not like a first round pick, Will. How many times do we see these guys and we go, Damone Clark, and we go, damn. We ain't just draft all these dudes in the first round, but they playing like that. They playing like they first round type picks, Will Steele. Tony Pollard is a 4th round guy. The tight ends, we're gonna talk about our tight ends, but I'm just looking, man. I'm like, man, the development is what's gonna keep this thing here. Like, I don't think contracts are ever gonna be a problem to where the Cowboys turn into some other team that, you know, how these teams go all in and all of a sudden they go from a Super Bowl contender to like 0-17. I don't think the Cowboys ever going to be like that, or at least while Will McClay and this coaching staff is here. I don't think they're going to be like that because we could just take these guys. Wanye Thomas, the casual fan has no clue who Wanye Thomas is. Our listeners do. A lot of Cowboy Twitter, you know, we do. There's a casual fan that has no clue who Marquise Bell or Wanye Thomas is.
There's a saying.
Them dudes made impact plays, Will Steele.
There's a saying. My coach, and I drive this home to young kids and my kids and siblings. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. You know, essentially kind of a product of your environment or what have you. The reason why you don't see that mentality is because we took on the mentality of our head coach. We took on the mentality of our coaches, right? And with all due respect to the Rob Marinellis of the world, Rob Marinelli disregarded many things defensively, right? Jason Garrett, right kind of guy, soft by nature, conservative by heart. That trickles down and that becomes your DNA. That becomes who you are. And if you are that way, but when it comes to playoffs, when it comes to clutch moments, or when it comes to having to out physical another team or flat out whoop on another team in the play, you become your coach, man. And I think what you're seeing is this defense becoming Dan. And you're going to eventually see the offense. I figure we'll get to it in a second. You're going to see this offense become McCarthy. So this defense is a product of their environment. Their friend is Dan Quinn. There could be no better friend in the NFL. Either side of the ball.
Hey, y'all, call in. I'm locking the phones in 5 minutes. It's 22 of y'all in here. We're going to get to y'all relatively quick. It's already 4. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all gonna call in, go ahead and call in now before I lock these phones up. Will, most of my talking points I wanted to come in and say today, they were mostly about the defense. The offense, The offense they had a solid day. They had a solid day. I think the rain had a lot to do with it. But the offensive line, I thought Chuma was gonna be what
Lewinsky. Oh,
I thought
Lewinsky was
that
bad.
I thought it was gonna be so much impact from that one spot, and that we're gonna have to navigate our way around that. But Chuma didn't die. Biotis got picked up and tossed around by Dexter Lawrence a couple times. That's Dexter Lawrence, I guess. Kratos is Kratos. Terrence Steele, still one of the best offensive linemen on your line right now. We're gonna get Tyler back. That'll be fun. And Tyron Smith, can we just keep him healthy? Can we keep him healthy? Will, I don't want him practicing no more.
Yeah,
he don't need to practice. He need to practice.
Tyron Smith is still one of your better pass blocking guys. You'll see a decline in the run blocking department, but it ain't to the point where it's like liability decline. But pass blocking, he is still hard to get around, man. He gets you when he gets his hands on you. Good luck.
Tough. And we'll be watching the offensive line in Patreon tomorrow, patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. We'll be watching those guys very closely. And you know, I have a little fun being an O-line guy, so be sure to tune into that on my Patreon. I ain't got very much to say about offense, Will. Still, I think
I'm the opposite. I got a lot, but I won't use it all here because I know we're trying to get to the phone.
Perfect. I do think it was good to see the run game get going, and when the run game got going, CeeDee Lamb was fine. I think if we had more opportunities on, yeah, for sure. For what it was, that's fair, Will. Still, I think for the amount of opportunities that we got on offense, I think we did fantastic because it ain't like we had the ball a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? I think it's funny, Will. Still, towards the end of the game, I think it was like the first drive of the fourth quarter, like the last drive, like just the last one where the first team was out there. I think they was just throwing personnel out there just to kind of see if it would work. I think that last drive was like practice. Still, I think it was like
no, there was a purpose, bro.
Two things. I think it was practice, and I think it was putting shit on film.
Oh yeah, there was a purpose this whole entire game. But yeah,
cool. We're gonna let people tune in to A to Z Dallas on YouTube in the morning, 8:30, 10:30, and we're still gonna break it down.
Should be encouraged. I would just say that you there's a lot to like about. If this is not Kellen Moore's offense.
I sent you a text, Will, still, and I was like, dog, the last 3 to 4 years, we just been missing pick routes. We just been missing pick plays. Just imagine all these close games we're in, right? Where we're just like one play away or just a couple of big plays away, right? Something easy, right? I've never, like that CeeDee Lamb pick route, like it was Ferguson, it was Cooks, and it was CD on the inside. And CD he just ended up wide open outside the numbers because it was just a natural pick rub type route. And I'm like, dog, we just haven't been doing that. As easy as that is, it's not a reason why we haven't been doing it. It would have been great with Amari Cooper now. There's no reason why we haven't been doing it. It's just that we just have chosen to not have done it. We just chose to. And I'm like, dog, that's just an easy first down /46. Could have been touchdown. But you know, whatever. Just something easy. I'm like, why haven't we done that? Meanwhile, I saw a Chargers fan complaining that Kellen Moore threw the ball on like 3rd and 1 out of empty. I thought that was hilarious. But
they're essentially going through what we went through in week 1, where we're excited about the points and the yards, but they had a chance to win the game with over a minute left. Yeah. And if you go back and we do have the tape, just go back and watch. Go back and watch the play calls in that last series. And if you're a Cowboy fan, you're gonna get PTSD.
Brandon Cooks did some incredible veteran things. Because there's a thin line between rub routes and setting picks, right? Then there's the all right. We're gonna take advantage of Trey on Trey Hawkins, 3rd and long. I'm gonna give you a good little flop when I see your arm on me when it shouldn't be. Brandon Cooks moves the chains, and Brandon Cooks going over the middle, catching a slant. It was whatever in short it was.
4th and 3. Again, that's a play call that got that open.
Hit was coming. The hit was coming. I'm going to make my catch. I'm going to take my hit. I'm going to get up and walk off like a veteran. Shouts out to Brandon Cooks. I can't wait to watch the offense a little bit more just to really get an idea of what that was. Kevontae Turpin got involved a bunch, and people was hitting me up telling me how wrong I was.
I like Kevontae Turpin getting involved. There was only like 2 plays I didn't like, and it was They literally just turned around, handed off to him, and told him run up the middle. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Other than that, though, yeah, get him involved, but he got to catch it. And so do the tight ends. I didn't know if you were going to get there, but
Segway Jones.
tight ends drop 3 balls, man. And then Turpin drop 1. You can't have that.
I don't care if it's raining or not. I don't care if it's raining. You are a pro and it hits your hands. Catch the ball. Will, let's just say that it was just one game, right? All right, Fergie. Hendershot been doing this shit since last year.
Yeah, if Hendershot's the one that I'm concerned about. Ferguson, he didn't drop a ball in his career until yesterday.
Right. So how many more games you got to see, right? Like if Ferguson comes out 3 more games and he's having hands problems, right? How long before you see us start to throw the ball to Luke a little more? Second round. Luke.
3 games of this? No, you're out of there.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And again, he ain't the one I'm worried about.
Yeah, Hendershot's the guy. Yeah. All right. But besides that, I don't think the offense had a lot of opportunity to get into a rhythm because they were sitting down so long. I think they only had 1 possession in the first quarter, and maybe the second they had like 2 or something like that. And look, when they were called upon, they scored. I think they punted a few times, but they scored when they were
scored on 5 of their first 6 possessions up, or 4 of their first 5, 1 of the 2.
There you go. So offense looks fine to me. We're gonna be it's gonna be a home game next week. Gonna be in the stadium. It's gonna be dry. I think we're really gonna see a good idea of what this offense is going to be like. And
before we move on from the tight ends, they did not do a great job catching the ball, but boy, they blocked their ass off.
They blocked their ass off.
Oh my goodness.
And we're going to be talking about that when we talk about the offensive line blocking and stuff like that, because all that's kind of tied in. Hey, we may even bring some film to the channel because we're going to designate Tuesdays as film days. So I'm going to bring some offensive line and some tight end blocking stuff to the film room. All right, we'll see. We got 1,700. I can't count 1,780 people tuned in on this cool little Monday. We appreciate y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all for being here.
The conference has been locked.
Sorry, y'all. All right, let's get.
We got like 1,700 calls.
Yeah, you got 28, but you know we gonna set the rules and the parameters and all that. Yeah. But all right, let's get into it.
You just get into that shit. I ain't even pressing no button. Come on.
Press the button, man. Press the goddamn button. Hold on.
Press the goddamn button.
All right, man. All right, so listen, everybody on the phone right now. I know you can hear me. It's 4:10. We ain't finna be overtiming the shit out of it. Like, we're gonna be going around like 5:15 or something, 5:10 or what cool. So we'll give y'all an hour, okay? Just be aware, okay? I just want y'all to be aware of how, it's 29 of y'all, so save some points for somebody else, all right? So come in. How y'all doing? Bop, bop, bop. Make your point. Me and Will still gonna react to it. We'll move on to the next call. Love y'all to peace, but I can't have y'all making 5. Yeah, Voch, I got 5 points today. No,
and one more thing.
Not one more thing, because I promise you somebody else gonna bring it up. All right. Love y'all to pieces though. Let's run it for the cardio. We're gonna set it off. We'll set it off, Chris. Traditionally, right? What's up, Chris?
What's up, baby? How y'all doing, man? I'm gonna get in, get out, man. I didn't get a chance to call you last night. Got 5,000 things in the world going on. But hey, real quick, man,
yes,
I was trying to get over to Skywalker Steele, man, to get one of them nice ass plates, from the barbecue. I guess you're gonna bring that out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Make sure you got a nice size plate of barbecue there.
A nice size plate.
A bigger dish plate.
A bigger dish plate. A nice size plate, Keisha.
Nice size plate, Keisha. But I'd be damned if you're gonna sit up here and be modest with all that crap and stuff they were talking. Now you fed back. I don't know what the hell he was talking about the other day. And man, listen, you'll talk, man. Listen, we're gonna enjoy this. It was beyond what we could have ever imagined how they came out and did what they did, man. But I just want to sit back, man. I just want to highlight you. There's 5 million things going on with the kid, man, and I didn't know getting NIL money was gonna be this crazy. But man, love my Cowboys, man.
Hey, shouts out to hold on,
hey, man. Shouts out to you, you can't walk past that, man.
Hold up, bro.
Shouts out to you, little bro, man.
Hey, hit me up after the show, dog.
Yeah. Let's watch some film.
Shouts out to little mans, bro. That's dope.
Hey, Chris, real talk, man. We are happy for you and your family, man. 100%. Proud of y'all, man. Salute to you.
Hey, man, listen, man. Thank you, man. It's nothing like, man, being around real people, man, and everything that I sit down and talk to them about, man, is just stuff that I've watched you talk about, being explosive, you know. But more importantly, man, it's time for my dude to get what he's earned. But now that we got past all that, let's get this 6th ring, man. Let's go do something big, man. Let's go do something big, man. I love the way the team is playing. I ain't gonna hit you with one more after that. I'm just gonna listen to the rest of the show. I'll talk to you brothers later.
Appreciate you, Chris. I got a number calling from Natchez, and it's
My guy set it off, Chris.
Yeah,
this buck getting the Reggie Bush money. That's
Look
what
at that.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
No,
Yeah, Vash, we're out here shopping for houses. Yeah, Vash, we're here shopping for houses, man. I haven't had time to call you, man. My Lamborghini phone don't work good. Hey, yo, there's a number from Natchez that's in my call lines. I'm just curious to know who this is. Natchez, what up?
How we doing, man? What's up?
What's good with you? Who this?
This is Lawrence, man. Lawrence Dawes.
I know you.
We spoke once before on the show. You know what I'm saying? I know you played for Natchez. I played for Frank County.
Oh, okay. Cool. What's good? What you got for the show?
I just got 2 things I want to point out.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Osa played his ass off, man.
You goddamn right.
I was very impressed with Osa.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we started taking interest in secondary, because I remember there was a time when we depended on Byron Jones and Barry Church to be our whole secondary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We used to dress up guys like Gerald Sensabaugh and Jeff Heath. And no disrespect to Jeff Heath, but I don't think he'll be
with all due disrespect. That's Voch's guy, though.
Guys we got right now. So
Darian Thompson.
I'm just glad that
Darian Thompson would be sitting down behind Wanye right now.
Darian Thompson on the coaching staff.
I'm just
sitting
being
down.
honest with you, man. I'm just glad that we decided to take an interest.
Yeah.
Because now we got a defense that complements each other.
Yeah. Sound
the
good.
D-line complements linebackers come from secondary.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to play against us this year. That's all I really got.
It's going to be tough, man. Appreciate you, dogs. Good call, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's some people in chat say I'm biased because Natchez called. I want to know if I want to, do I know you? What is, you know what I mean? Natchez ain't, but
I do the same thing, bro. When I see 717, I'm like, well, this might be somebody I know.
Somebody I know.
We ain't that big.
I mean, me and Will still can go to Natchez right now, and we're like half the population in that. It ain't but eight people there. You know what I'm saying? My mama one of them. So no. We're just trying to see what's going on. Let's get April on the phone. See what she's talking about. What's up, April?
Hey, boo-boo. What's going on, nephew?
Man, we chilling. Everything's everything. We just celebrating. What's good with you over there?
All right. Well, y'all hit most of the points that I wanted to hit on. So I'm going to be a lady in the street. So basically,
don't get her started.
I'm sorry. I wanted to touch on the O-line.
Yes, ma'am.
And you already done that with Tyron Smith.
Right.
You already did that. And Skywalker was talking about the pass protection versus runner. He's better in pass pro. So that's been answered. And you talked about coaching and development. I wanted to touch on that point, and you've already done that. Right. So there's nothing much I really want to say. I don't call just to hear my voice. I did want to talk about something valid. And so great work that y'all doing. And I'm going to be in the chat where I can be me, and y'all have a good day.
We thorough.
Great win.
We thorough. Thank you so much. Yeah. We covered a gang of topics here. Appreciate you, Ms. Everett. Thanks so much for calling in. Hey, if y'all not tuned into the chat though, y'all might want to open up the chat on your cell phone, computer, TV, whatever you want to do. The chat is half the show. Please open up the chat, man. Do yourself a favor. Real Bishop Kane, what's up, sir?
Oh, Bishop Kane,
man. What's up with it, man? Skywalker Steele, man. Voch, man. How y'all feeling after this good dub, man?
Hey, man, life good. I can't complain about nothing, man. My water's still cold. Bobby Boucher said it's always cold.
Tastes like team spirit around this motherfucker. You did?
Come on, man. What you got for us today?
Yeah, man. I just want to say, man, I got to give a big shout out to Mike, man, and the rest of the front office and coaching staff, man. It's like we got a culture here, bro, and it's been a minute since I could say we had technically we did have a Jason Garrett culture, but it's been a minute since we had a culture that I agree with. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? We had a culture, it just wasn't one that I was fucking with.
That's real. That's real.
You know, and yesterday, like I told Law and the rest of the nation, yesterday was the first day of us washing our hands with the Garrett regime since 2007, man. We done washed our hands with everything and anything that looked like them, smelled like them, walked like them, talked like them. Now this a whole new Cowboy team, and the way we were moving after, you could tell. And it wasn't just about the defense. That's why I said I wanted to give a big shout out to Mike, because the defense gonna do this damn near every weekend. We could just go and get used to that. But it was about the play calling and when you was calling the plays. You know what I mean? Sticking with the run when you needed to, helping out your quarterback. Not to and we didn't have to expose our playbook, and that's one thing I want to put out there with you and see how you and Scott feel about that. How you feel about that? We really didn't give the Jets too much film, even though they got their hands full tonight. But we didn't give them too much film for the next couple of days to really watch on our offense because we didn't have to. We just ran preseason plays on them.
Hey, that's a fantastic point. We ain't do a whole bunch on offense, Will Steele, so we are still scheme ambiguous. Good point. Appreciate you, Bishop Kane. Yeah, I mean, we handed the ball off. We threw a couple combinations, and the pick was the most. When we got down to the goal line, there were some formations, some formations that was interesting. I do think at the end the Cowboys were putting some things on film.
100%.
I mean, Deuce Vaughn ran out there, and I think it was like a timeout or something got called, and he just wasn't out there no more. You know what I mean? Tyron Smith lining up on the right side, just to make like a little heavy package or something like that. Lipke at fullback. Of course, it was all calculated. It wasn't just out there to be out there. But
yeah, Coach, he brought it up. He said, week one, you go in with the most packages you'll ever have, because you've worked on all this stuff in the offseason. And I love that he showed his hand with all of it, because I don't think this is going to be one of those things where we see certain packages or certain plays and then we won't see it ever again.
Yeah.
I think there is a purpose to what he's going to be doing to set things up. He said that with Turpin. He said, I promise y'all there will be pass plays out of this.
Setting that foundation, huh, Will Steele? That's what they've been talking about, setting the foundation and then making plays off of that. Incredible. Let's get Joe Sandberg on the phone. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Lodge, how's it going?
Man, life good, Joe. I can't complain about nothing. What's your water taste like?
Man, my water tastes like Cheerwine.
Yeah, love
after that win last night.
Love it to pieces. What you got for us, Joe?
The thing that really impressed me the most was the thing of both like Mr. Solari and Mike McCarthy, and actually just seeing the whole thing play out. It was like the run play, specifically the run game. It was a thing of beauty. It was like you see somebody just conducting an orchestra, you hear the band playing.
Yeah.
It was all one sound.
Yeah. One band, one sound. Hit him with a little Flight of the Bumblebee. I feel you, Joe. Shit, what else?
Halftime is games.
And the other thing that I really enjoyed from that is that I didn't see any of the typical Kellen Moore nonsense.
He don't coach it no more. yeah, coach. He don't coach it. He gone. Yeah, Kellen gone. Yeah.
But most importantly, it's also doing everything with a purpose and a plan.
Yeah. Good call, Joe. I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything was with a purpose and with a plan, man. Good. Hey, everything was very intentional, you know what I'm saying? And I think we're really gonna see like a lot of the moves on offense next week. I think this was the defenses coming out party. I think offense gonna go crazy next week. Let's get D Shift on the phone. What's up, D Shift?
Hey, what's good, Voch, man? The water. It's the water Bobby Boucher drink, bro. You know, the one he drank that was blessed by the medicine, the Eskimo man.
Yeah.
And he came back at halftime, and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl.
This is high quality H2O.
High quality H2O. yeah.
High quality H2O.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, what I need everybody in the chat to do, man, I gotta stop stealing my word purpose. Because your boy was on here talking some purpose one time, and y'all wasn't really feeling my word, but now y'all starting to see it. Over now, boss, man. Love y'all boys, man.
What word belong to you?
Talk about.
Man, he gonna say that and hang up. That's D Shift. I ain't never heard D Shift say the word purchase. What are you talking about?
We've been saying dribbling with a purpose for 2 years on my channel.
Yeah.
The basketball term I've been using.
Shouts out to Brian B. He dropped 20 in the Cashapp. He says I want him a bet. Appreciate you. Not Brian Brothers. This is like Brian not Burns neither, but I know who this is though. Appreciate you, Brian. Says I want him a bet. Shouts out to you, sir. Let's get Mr. Cecil on the phone. How you doing, Mr. Cecil?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, Voch and Will Steele? How you guys doing?
Life good, sir. I can't complain
Fantastic.
about it.
Always good to hear from.
Yeah. Oh, good to hear from you guys too. I'm just gonna be quick. I just, I love Parsons' game. He's, when they made that stack up the middle, he had unbelievable. He acted as if he came out of the blocks and got there so fast and tackled Jones. But what I admire about his game. I've been watching football for years, and I've seen a lot of guys that have the accountability. There are times when Parsons could have slammed the guy on the shoulder or hurt him. He's a clean player. He'll knock the ball out of your hands, but there's no dirt in his game at all. He'll grab you, put you down, and go about his business. There are a lot of players out there try to take you out, and he's just a clean player. That's what I admire about him and everything.
Right. I agree, but maybe he doesn't have to be a dirty player because he's just so good. Like he could just beat you regularly, so he doesn't have to, poke you in the eye to beat you like they try to do Chuma Doke.
Yeah. It's a lot of guys like that. And anyway, look, I want to hold. I know it's a lot of people trying to get through, but it's always nice to talk to you guys, and have a nice one. Okay.
Appreciate you, Mr. Steve. Thank you very much.
All right.
Chat, I just looked at something Will still sent me, boy. Kellen Moore Kellen gonna kill him, boy. Kellen gonna kill him, and my whole take on it, man. I've been telling Chargers, look, y'all gonna love Kellen sometimes, man. Kellen gonna do some great things sometimes, boy, but it's the small situational stuff when he get backed into a corner, when he get out. But that's y'all business now.
As they've been. Hey, real quick on Micah. Just how ridiculous he is. Did you see last night where he literally almost blew up the screen? They tried to do this, but he was so fast he got right on Daniel Jones.
He was in B gap again. It was that linebacker inside rush, and by the grace of God, the Saquon's an athlete and caught it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that was about to get blown up too. Look,
He's incredible. He's incredible.
I think the Giants made such a mistake, Will Steele, and this was in the defensive film. I know you watched it. They did a whole bunch of movement up front, right, to try to pass pro for that. Like how they run counters, but it's like pass pro. So they'll pull a guard to pass protect. Ben Bredesen don't move that fast. Glowinski don't move that fast. So they'll try to pull and kick Dante Fowler. This was the first play of the second drive. They'll try to pull and kick Dante Fowler, but Dante got upfield too fast, and he's in Daniel Jones' face. Why you trying to play around, man? These cats ain't they not even getting out their stance fast enough to catch these dudes. You trying to set up a screen going at Parsons? Parsons run faster than everybody on the field, bro. Like what are you doing?
The way he hawked down Daniel Jones and forced him to throw that interception.
Yeah,
I mean. There's not a player in the league defensively that has that closing speed in the front seven. Not one.
Yeah. That's their problem too, dog. Shouts out to them. Let's get Kevin on the phone. What's up, Kev?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today, man?
Cool and player. What you got for us today?
Something that I've just been seeing recently, especially after the game now, is the Mike McCarthy effect, man. How he is using the players now, because Kellen Moore wasn't using Turpin at all, but it looks like Mike McCarthy wants that speed with Turpin, Hooks, and then as far as how he's using the fullback now, like John Kuhn effect, he's gonna have Lipke as the John Kuhn guy. I guess it looks like to me that's what you want to have go on packages and stuff, and just how he's not having Dak in bad situations, like get 3rd and 15, not gonna try to do a hook and curl route or try to throw it deep and under pressure. No interception. I feel like it's going to be a lot less interceptions by Dak this year, and just much more fluid offense.
Yeah, appreciate you, Kev. Good call. Also, too, Will Steele, I didn't say this when I was talking about the offense. I think Rico Dowdle can have a good year just as running back too.
Yep. I
think Rico he's gonna impress. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who it was. Could have been you. I listened to a lot of content. It could have been you, but didn't somebody compare him to Marion Barber, how you run?
Me.
That was you.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw it.
It's not. So he doesn't have the balance, but to me, it's the anger in which he runs with. and how like Barber wasn't a 240-pound dude, but he ran with that mentality. And there's a play when you watch the film tomorrow, you'll see it, or today later you'll see Chuma Edoga gets to the second level probably too fast, but he got there and got in his way a little bit. Rico plants his foot down, gets downhill in a hurry, and he moves the power an extra 3-4 yards. And people say we're going to miss Zeke. Like Zeke is 235, right? Rico's not, but Rico is quicker, and he still brings the boom behind his pads. So as long as he stays healthy, I think he's going to bring that physical presence. I like the running back room, how it's designed and complements each other. It's just unproven. That's pretty much it.
Just because I got mad and upset yesterday, Will, still, I asked my chat box to play along. We played a game, and we looked up what Noah Brown, Zeke, Dalton Schultz, and Dennis Houston did yesterday. They didn't do very much, Will, still. Just as a collective, Dak starting 2022 week 1 offense, they did nothing, Will, still. And I think that just lets you know how far along we are as an offense now. You know, like all those dudes that weren't very great, they're replaced by better dudes. So why can't this offense be better? Which, in my personal opinion, you should give more credit to Dak Prescott, because the more I see what dudes that used to play with us do now, or just what they aren't doing compared to the guys that we have, how do you not give for his credit?
Well,
how do you not give for his credit?
We know why.
Yeah, man. T.Y. Hilton ain't doing nothing either. I guess his kid's still playing football. So T.Y. just play football in December now. Same thing. Whatever. Let's get Ryan on the phone. What's up, Ryan?
How's it going? Two things. One, you mentioned the defensive line. They got to Daniel Jones on the 37 dropbacks that he had. 62% of the time they were getting to him. 62% of the time.
That's like what, 18 or something?
To getting to Daniel Jones, pressuring him. So Daniel Jones had no time to throw.
Okay. Yeah.
There was 23 pressures out of the 37 dropbacks
23. Okay.
that Daniel Jones had.
Yeah. Hey man, that's what this team is. That's what this team is. And just imagine when the next dude can't run. It's gonna be fun.
That defense was flying all over the field, and that offensive line will. And to add to the offensive line point,
yeah.
If was it Chuma that was the left guard?
Yeah.
So wait till Tyler Smith comes in,
yes,
and wait to see how that rush offense becomes.
Man,
because if Chuma did good, Tyler Smith's gonna be 20 times better. Thank you, guys.
Yes,
great call, man.
When you do the O-line, send me the link.
Okay.
I need to watch this with you, because
okay.
Would Tyler Smith get in there, bro? Oh my God.
It'll be around like 11 tomorrow, 12. I say 12 tomorrow. Yeah, or like 1. What's I sent it to? I sent it to you. Yeah.
I had to take 2, but I want to wait a few games.
Okay. Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. Y'all tap in. We'll be watching offensive line. Appreciate you. Adrian, what's up, sir?
What's going on, Voch? How you doing?
Cool. And player, what you got for the show?
So now that we got to see the Cowboys play an actual football game, the off season, does everybody remember during the off season how we said the offense doesn't look that good? The offense is, the offense had a good day here, they had a bad day here.
Right.
Do you people understand that this offense is probably going to be smoking everybody when it hits mid-season form, because we played with a backup guard, an old Tyron Smith, and nobody played in the preseason, and it just seems like this offensive line by midseason is going to be immaculate.
If Tyron Smith stays healthy, Kratos is going to be Kratos. Terrence is going to be fine. You know what I mean? So all you got is Tyler and Tyler. I agree.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, though. The way Mike McCarthy's calling plays is going to keep Tyron Smith healthy, because the fact that he.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, Adrian. Adrian, hold on, Adrian. That's cool, but I seen Tyron Smith get hurt. Running plays. They wasn't even running plays in Tyron Smith. Hey, look, Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith roll out. Okay, please don't let you finish. Yo, look, Tyron Smith. Okay, please. I'm sorry. Hey, Tyron Smith roll out of bed and say my back hurt, dog.
Ain't no play calling in the world.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't play call your way out of injuries.
Ain't nothing.
You just gotta, it's football, man. People get hurt. Just gotta hope he doesn't.
The amount of offensive line injuries that we saw under Kellen Moore was so much because Kellen kept stressing for our offensive line to always perform
Sir,
at the top level.
He was getting hurt before Kellen.
Get the ball out of Dak's hands so fast that the offensive line isn't going to be stressed every single play this season.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
It's going to be that different.
My guy, you don't gotta reach this hard, bro. You don't. You really don't.
No, I'm not even. I was watching the game. The offensive line didn't look stressed.
Bro,
and the Giants have a really good defensive line.
Fam.
He
tweaked he hurt his ankle in practice where they can't touch him.
They was on air.
He was playing on air.
He was on air.
I'm just telling you.
Okay, so Adrian. Okay, so listen. Okay, so humor me then, right? Okay, if that's the case, right? What's an example of a play call that's not stressful on Tyron's ankles and knees and joints?
The way the entire offense is set up is just getting the ball out of Dak's hands quickly. We're not asking our offensive line to have to pass block for 5 seconds. We're not asking them to, yes, there's going to be plenty of run blocking, but offensive linemen do way better run blocking. Our offensive line going to do way better run blocking than pass blocking because, there's not going to be it's just pushing versus always having to do kickbacks. It's just going to be a whole lot better.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I got you, Adrian. I got you, man. Appreciate you, man. Good call. We got some guys, man. Appreciate
From your
you.
lips to God's ears.
I hope
Football guys.
Yeah. I hope Tyron said, "Hey, there was a time to throw stat that came out Will Steele where got
out quick.
It got out fast. Will Steele said, "Hey, Adrian might be." It was like 1.70 to 1.30 or something.
2.11. Which is the fastest he probably ever did. So
yeah, all right, we'll see. Mr. Domino, what up?
Uh-oh.
Domino. Hey, man.
I'm in the car. My bad.
Okay, it's cool.
All right, so I got one thing. So I've been at work, and Cowboys get no respect for this win over the Giants. I was talking to my Washington foreskin fan friend, and he feels like the Cardinals was a tougher game than the Giants. I'm like, how so? When the Giants went to playoffs and the Cardinals go nowhere.
Listen, man. Listen, this is for you. I know, right? Listen, bro, this is for you and everybody watching. Don't get distracted. Stay focused, okay? The Cowboys beat the shit out of the Giants, but that don't mean the Giants are a terrible team now. You know what I mean? And national media is going to try to distract you like they weren't just hyping up Daniel Jones and like they weren't just hyping up the whole team and them going to the playoffs and beating Kirk Cousins and Brian Daboll getting coach of the year. Don't let them fool you into thinking that the Giants going to be in the Caleb Williams train or whatever. No. That ain't the case. The Cowboys just made them look foolish. The Cowboys in particular made the Giants look foolish. The Giants aren't a terrible team like that. They just ain't good as us. They just ain't good at us. They just not good at us. Good as us. The Cardinals are actively tanking right now. And Sam Howell and the Washington Football Wizards had their struggles, but I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't respect them neither. But don't get distracted and let people take away from you and they have you thinking that the Giants are like the Texans or something, like Eastside Harold and them team. No. The Giants are a good team. They'll probably be third place in the East. They might be the 7th seed playoff team, or maybe not. They may get 9-10 wins this year. I don't know, but they're not a bottom of the league team like that. Not gonna be able to do it. That's nonsense.
That's why I explained to him, like, the Giants are way better than Cardinals. I don't know what he's talking about. And then he was like, Dak didn't even throw any touchdowns. I'm like, 2 of them were dropped. But he had no interceptions, but no one's talking about that either though, right?
Yeah, you just don't need to be arguing with your friends though. Appreciate you, Domino.
Have a good one.
Now, Will, that throw to Hendershot in the end zone. Oh goodness, you couldn't throw a ball.
It's unfortunate because that's when you started to see, him start to get in the flow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Couldn't get our rhythm. All right, let's get to these callers. Let's speed it up just a little tick. It is 4:37, and we got football praise to go to. What you got, Wilson?
So, no, I got some stuff, but yeah.
Cool. Neil, what's up?
Not much. How you doing, Sam?
Life good. What you got for the show?
Hey, so I was just looking at some people's, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, and them boys. Apparently, Dak was playing in the rain, according to these media outlets. They telling it like, a lot of these quarterbacks have reason to have this stat line. Joe Burrow threw for 82 yards. Lamar Jackson, 169. Jalen Hurts had $170. The way I'm seeing it, none of these quarterbacks are really looking like, these top tier dudes at the moment, if you're going by what they're saying. So I don't understand, like, how can they use this excuse of the rain for some people? And then I just realized, it's entertainment. So, I mean, I guess I can't really say nothing about that. You got to do your job. You got to do your job.
You shouldn't be listening to national
media. I'm proud of my Cowboys put 40 up. I'm happy about this shit. So I'm going to tell people anything that I tell my friends. Look, I'm ecstatic about this, but I'm not, like, surprised. This is what we were supposed to do. G-strings are exactly who we thought they were.
Yeah.
So we're going to put them in their place. Sit down, little brother. We'll come back to y'all later in the season, and we're going to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, man.
We're going to teach everyone the same thing.
Okay, please.
So I definitely appreciate the time. And I was just wondering, like, how do you actually feel about, like, what's going on for what you saw of this offense?
Look great. They just got to get into a groove. It was raining, and that got kind of weird. Defense scored some points. They had to sit down for a long time. I think we'll see an even better offense next week once we're in the dome at home in Arlington versus the New York Jets. Appreciate you, Neil.
Well, appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Like I was trying to say, y'all shouldn't be listening to national media anyway. They have no clue what's going on. Hemp, what up? All right, we're gonna get him up out of here, man. We can't. We run out of space. Let's get Calvin in here. What's up, Cal?
Hey, what's going on, boss?
What's good with you, my guy? What's good with you?
Great victory today.
Yes, sir.
Water tastes like cucumber and pineapple. Gonna make it real quick. I'll make it real quick for you guys. One thing I did notice, I'm very curious how you guys feel about it. The running from the Jets, from Daniel Jones, I didn't see any QB spy going on, so I wonder if you guys are worried about that. And it seemed like the Giants were able to run on us at will in the first quarter. It looks like because the score got up, they had to stop doing that and go to the pass, and that's what we're good at. So I'm definitely curious to hear you guys' thoughts on that. If I missed it earlier in your show. And 4 points, real quick. One thing I did see that we are leading the.
Did you say 4?
You say 4? You
real quick.
4 points.
Leading the NFL in drops right now with 4.
One more. One more point. One more point. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and just Ezekiel Elliott had a fumble yesterday.
Yeah.
Rob Maher missed the field goal, and Dalton Schultz and Noah Brown both missed the catch. But that's all I got.
Oh man, good call, man. Hey man, Cal asked us a question. Did he?
Since I got 4 points.
You ain't listening to the rules. What was his question though? He said,
I think it says, are we worried about running quarterbacks?
Nah, because last year Dan was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Every team has to have running quarterbacks in the back of their mind, but the difference between them and us, these quarterbacks are running for their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Yep.
So if a quarterback want to run for their life and they might get a little first down here, and that's not sustainable for 4 quarters. Now, if teams start RPOing us, read option us to death, and you see Justin Fields getting 125 yards and on 15 carries, and then I'll get worried. But just kind of scrambling it, look, you can't do that all game. This defense too fast. Good luck. So no, I'm not worried just yet.
Yeah.
Hell, even we weren't better last year against Jalen Hurts. He didn't kill us on the ground.
Right. Now, Will, why are you doing this, right?
Yeah.
I have a thought, an experiment. We got 10 more callers on the line. We're going to try to get to all of them. If you remember one thing about what Chef said at the end, what did he say?
I'm not sure about the end because by that point my head was ready to explode about how
Chef said, "Call me."
Oh, you got his number?
I'm on a free conference call website. I'm about to see if I got some history in that. See if I can find Chef's number.
Oh,
call him because he said to call.
Well, let's get through these. If you find that number, hey, y'all just gonna have to hold up.
If I find the number, I'm gonna have to hang up on these 10 people because Chef gonna take a minute.
Bug him while he cooking something.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and get these other people on the phone. Steve, what's up?
Put that hibachi on hold.
You know?
Hey guys, glad to hear you guys are doing awesome. Like seeing you guys getting your ins, and I want to point out that a 1, Monica Lewinsky could have gotten at least a 2. Come on. So Dak did
Glowinski.
So far
oh
this
shit,
week.
That was good. That was kind of good.
Hey, I'm like, what? Okay, I got you. That was a good one. That was good. I got you.
So far, Dak is leading the league in with 2.7 seconds per pass.
2.7
out there.
Yeah.
So
way lower than that.
With what the caller said about getting it out fast. As far as Bonehead Chef, we were already that much better than the Giants. So us just getting Gilmore and Cooks X'd out, them getting all their scrubs that supposedly were specialists.
Mm-hmm.
And then one final point for you guys. Kayvon Thibodeau, his numbers versus Tyron Smith yesterday. 0 sacks, 0 quarterback hits, 0 quarterback pressures. Tyron did his job, and he was a road grader for Turpin on his touchdown.
There you go. Appreciate you, man. Good call, Steve.
Thank you, guys.
Will, what day was that show? Like, was it that last Thursday?
I believe so.
Was it that? Okay, we're gonna see. Brandon from Houston, what's up? Brandon from Houston.
It's quick, but hey, Rock, you gotta make this quick because I want you to get Chef on the phone.
You sound like a DJ from 1970.
First, I there's not much for me to complain about.
DJ Herb Jerk.
I just fall into work for being too hydrated, but
Mm-hmm.
I was too hydrated. Right now I'm chilling in a 21 old school Cowboys jersey, Deion Sanders, because that looked personal last night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know. There's still going to be naysayers, but 40-0 over a team that made it just as far in the playoffs as us, whether we like it or not, that is factual. But you know, I just think that they are who we thought they were. You know what I mean? Like, our defense is that, and I'm just looking forward to us having great shows, great chats, and continuing to, you know, dominate and go for the quest for 6, man. Work hard and call Chef, man. We need answers, and we're about to whoop the Jets ass next week.
Yeah.
Y'all have a great day.
Hey, love it, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Good call. Salute.
You found it? Oh, please. I hope you found it.
Let me see something.
Because if you found it.
Hi, this is Murray. I'm reaching my phone. I'm not able to come to the phone.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, Murray.
Damn.
Is that his name?
I don't know. Amari Cooper or something.
Oh, I thought he said Murray.
Oh, let me see. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That motherfucker, he cut the phone off with him. He knew we was calling him. He cut that goddamn phone. You better cut that motherfucker. I'm calling back tomorrow. I'm calling Wednesday. I'm calling Thursday. You better keep that goddamn phone. Boy. Oh, Will Steele.
Chef's like, I didn't tell you to call me.
Accusations. These are not accusations. This is false accusations.
What a guy. What a guy. That boy said, hey, man, call me next week. And then he just disconnected the damn phone. He just discontinued the service.
It's week 1. You don't got to turn your phone off, man. It's week 1.
Ain't that bad. It ain't that terrible. Damn, boy. He dodged a bullet, didn't he? All right. Okay, cool. He went straight back to the voicemail. All right. We're gonna try again tomorrow, though. Will still. I want to talk to Chef if I still care. I might not care no more, but
You know, Chef probably went back to the stream, found your number, and just blocked it.
well, see, I'm calling from my phone, not from the free conference phone.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah. Will stay quick on your feet. Come on, Paul. What up?
What's up, guys?
What's good, boss?
I'll be real quick. I just wanted to say, 40-0. You can't really complain about anything. It was super rainy. I think the Titans will be fine. So just a fantastic way to start the season.
Yeah.
And then 2, I can't wait to see. And again, I don't like looking ahead, but because we just absolutely dominated the Giants. But I cannot wait to see, because all these Jets fans are talking shit about how they're about to be so good. I cannot wait to see their offensive line versus our D-line and our defense on turf and see how quick we are and how fast we are, and then how crisp our offense is going to be too.
That's good defense, though.
We're really going to show what we can do next week. I mean, just as much as we did this week, and I'm super excited for it.
Yeah. Hey, fantastic call, man. Salute.
Right,
hey, man. Defense sets the tone, man. And I've never been defense wins championships guy until I've had an elite defense on my team. Come on, man. You can't beat that with a I'm about to leave a message. I'm about to leave a message. Like, hey, this Voch coffee.
Tell him you need a caterer.
Hey, you know
tell him you need a caterer, right? Then he gonna call you back and just put him on the show.
Oh yeah, I'm looking for for a business opportunity. I need some catering for me.
You mind give me a call back between the hours of 3 p.m. Central and 4, please. Thank you.
It could be 3 0. You know what I'm saying? I got $10,000 I'm trying to spend. You gonna call me right?
He gonna call you right back.
Oh man, I just answer the phone, but hey, look, I don't want to blow nobody's phone up, but content wise, oh goodness, Will, please don't answer the phone. And look, he don't know his numbers. He wouldn't expect me to just be. Trill, what up, man? Mark, what up, man? Mark, what up?
Damn. Don't nobody want to talk to us. I mean,
yeah, I'm getting y'all out of here. I'm getting y'all out of here. 203, what's up? Who this?
Yo, this is Reg from CT.
What's good, Reg? What you got for the show?
Yo, first things first, right? I live right next to New York, so I deal with all these dickheads like Chef.
Yeah, I understand.
Wild shit.
Yeah.
And they fucking signed Paris Campbell as their number 1 receiver.
Right.
Which you expect to happen.
Right.
But the best shit that happened was the actual game plan we had for the Reigns.
Right.
We have a seasoned coach running this shit now.
Tell him.
Kellen Moore, fuck out of here. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I think going forward with McCarthy, he has a plan for everything. So I expect everything to look good.
Hey man, that's a fantastic point. And hey man, Will still actually lean forward when you said this. So I'm about to pick his brain. Appreciate you, Reg. Next time you call in, we'll know it's you, man.
Word.
Yep. The game plan was set for the weather, huh, Will still?
Yep. Coach brought it up. That was part of my first word this morning. He said he called it the weather plan. So they prepared for a torrential downpour and pivoted, right? And he mentioned seasoned coach. Guess how many times we threw the ball in that torrential downpour against the Patriots, Voch? If you remember that game, 2019.
Yeah.
Went up to New England on the road. It was raining like hell.
Was it 30s, 40s?
We threw the ball 33 times.
Yeah.
We threw the ball more than we ran the ball in that game.
Yeah. And you know what, though? As long as you get the W, Dak Prescott throwing for 170-something yards.
Doesn't matter. The game, bro, the game was cakewalked after the first quarter.
Don't mean shit.
But that just like he said, though, and that game was close the whole way through. It was like 9 to 7, something like that, all the way up into the fourth quarter or whatever. And we threw the ball 33 times.
Smart, man. Fantastic job, coach. Fantastic. 479, what's up? Who this?
I mean,
Yeah, man. We normally I listen around for you, but we gotta move on that. 505, what's up? Who this?
Raj, Sky, this is Chemo from Albuquerque, New Mexico. How y'all doing?
Chemo, what's up?
Shouts out to Breaking Bad.
Shouts out to Breaking Bad. What you got for us today?
Hey, not too many people know that. Not too many people know about that.
I be damned.
Just real quick, first and foremost, I want to give y'all guys your flowers. I appreciate what y'all doing for the Cowboys community. Keep operating in a spirit of excellence, because when you do, your talent and your passion will always make room for you. So keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you. Appreciate it. I mean the world to us.
Want to know? Hey, no problem. We appreciate you. It was great to see this team defense looking like a band of Super Saiyans with their hair on fire. Voch, I know you were Dragon Ball that.
Yep.
So, question for you. When do you think in this season Dak is going to tap into his ultra instinct form?
This week. This week. We at home. We inside. You know what I'm saying? This one of them tests, I believe, man. And man, just Dak has the dudes. Dak got the dudes, man.
He does.
And I think, this is sort of a Dak understands the stakes here. He understands what's going on here. And this will be a fantastic test for what we got moving forward. You got a team with a defense like this.
Yeah.
That front seven, you got a defensive rookie of the year in Sauce Gardner that can't be beat. Hey, I think Dak is gonna go out there and I also think he's sick of Aaron Rodgers also. I think Dak and McCarthy and his defense also, but we just talking about
McCarthy.
Yeah, for sure. I just think that they just gonna take this shit seriously, and it's gonna be inside, and the dome's gonna be closed, and it's a 3:00 game, so hopefully the fucking shade is down and the sun don't get in the way. But we know Jerry, dog. I just think Dak's about to go out there and have one of them games, man.
Man, I hope so. Hopefully we stay healthy and we keep this thing rolling.
Yeah, fantastic, man. Chemo, I just put you down as Chemo. Next time you call in, we'll know it's you.
Awesome. Appreciate you, boss.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a good one.
Yes, sir. I'm back.
I'd still like a concise game plan against that defense.
Hi, this is you.
All right, what's that? What happened? Hey, man, maybe on lunch break he cut that mug back on or something.
Yeah.
Concise game plan. I'm listening.
Yeah. But that's a really good defense. I don't think we need to be getting freaky diggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But this is a test though, right? They always talk about Dak versus these types of defenses though, right?
Yes. This is we used to call them I forget but it's a litmus test, let's be honest. You got this, you got the Niners, you get Philly, later on you get some other teams too. Yeah, but this is one of them. It's the first one, I think.
And we're going to do whatever.
Listen.
That defense.
That's
and Aaron Rodgers and just the Jets they've been hyping up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. I like how we're on the same page. I don't have to say very much, but we just understand each other, you know. 785, last one. What's up? Who this?
Shout out to you. Watch this Todd from Harrisburg.
Yo, time out. Somebody in the chat, where's Yundy? He says when I dial Chef's number, I get a click every time.
Dial.
Mr. Telephone Man. All right. So, you say Tyler. What's up, Ty?
Yeah, what's going on? Hey, shout out to the show. I love the show.
Yeah.
Will Steele, shout out to you.
Shouts out to the bird, baby.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and I just wanted to say, finally happy that we severed that ties with the Garrett boy. Saying like Kellen Moore, he had to go. Happy to see it.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was watching the game last night, man, I couldn't stop thinking about the time where Evan Neal was getting drafted, and they kept showing him split box jumps.
Yeah.
I thought bro was an athlete, man. What happened?
them split box jumps is crazy. Why they show that shit? They showing him dunking the basketball like this finna help him or
I thought
something.
he was gonna be Superman at right tackle, bro.
It ain't do shit. God, I do want to know what happened to Evan Neal though. Evan Neal was a good moving dude, pretty big
He
guy.
was looking crazy out there last night.
Everything happened on that side. It was hilarious.
Man said that. I just kept thinking about the split box.
Shout out, love the show, and I'm gonna keep tuning in, keep calling, man. Y'all keep up the good work.
Yo, Tyler, fantastic call, man. I just put you down platinum, bro. Appreciate you.
I don't know what happened. Is it New York? Like New York, are they just cursed on that side? Remember Eric Flowers?
I do believe that sometimes, in the offensive line, some people just develop differently. But if he should have anything, he should have athleticism. It ain't like he's getting beat with like, oh, well, D-Law is just more technical than me. Like, they just running past you and running through you.
Yeah.
Like, D-Law just ran him over one time. Like, all right, man. Supers. Shouts out to the, 1,400 people that just in here just chilling with us for no reason? That made it to 5 o'clock. Yo, I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, it's beautiful. I've never seen it. It goes up and it just stays up. Hey, man.
My mind just...
Shouts out to Dylan, man. All right, let's get into it. Supers. Hey, man, we was live yesterday, man. Shouts out to y'all. 4,000 people concurrent, man. I ain't never hit that number before.
Yeah, we broke some records. You broke your record. I broke my morning record. We on the up and up, man.
We'll still hit that band this morning, man. Congratulations.
1,100. We got the band before once, but we hit 11 today. That's
a
morning show record.
Come on, man. Come on,
out
man.
to y'all.
Oh, this from today? Okay, some of this shit from midnight. Okay, I got you. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me not read all. Man, we had like 100 super chats yesterday, man. Not running on one time. It was 4-0. There we go. This is where we started at. All right. On the Voch side, Gavin C dropped a deuce and says, "Chef, teach the G-men how to squabble." Off the rip, was it? Brian Brown, shouts out to Brian for sending the cash up there. Brian Brown also put 20 in the super chat. He says, did we play the Giants offense last night, or was that a Division II high school? Damn. Christmas Baby dropped the 5, says Jets O-line gonna get the same treat. Now, Will Steele, that Jets O-line ain't good.
No. We it's a late game today, but I got to watch for scout purposes, right? I'm very interested to see that Jets O-line tonight.
At least the Giants got an all-pro at left tackle, at least.
They got. Is the Bull healthy?
Beckham. I don't even think he playing good, Rigo. Like, whether he healthy or not.
I'm just saying, because.
All right. Hey, it's all right.
It's one game. I'm just trying to, let's just wait. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll
watch them tonight.
I don't like that look in your eyes, sir. If we put hands on the Jets, boy, we going to jail.
Oh, dog. I'm just waiting for that game because
I ain't gonna say that though. Appreciate you. Antoine Fairtry 5 says, "Nah, bro, I need to go off one time. It was 40-0. I eventually went off. I eventually cut the NWO off. Sack Chasing Bam dropped a deuce and then he came back and dropped the 5. That's 7 altogether. He says Giants looked scared last night. Them boys putting fear in Negan. War call. There you go. I'll give you. There you go. All right. Kenny Lott drop 5 says, any concerns about Dak in our passing game? No, Kenny Lott. Dak is gonna throw for 5,000 yards, just like you said.
Don't worry about it. I'm looked ahead. They got Dwayne Brown. Oh, Jesus. Dwayne Brown is their left tackle.
He the starting left tackle?
Yeah, man.
Let me look this shit up. All right, hold on.
I know we got Wednesday, right? Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll get to it. Ace 2 Live dropped the deuces, and of course, what we see tonight is going to be a lot of the report on Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
Evan Neal was a human turnstile last night. Appreciate you, Ace. Jimmy O drop 5 says, I was at the game. It was so funny how the New York Giants fans were leaving out the stadium before halftime. Botch, they got put in that. I don't know what that emoji is. 40 burgers on me still. DC4L. Appreciate you, sir. Jet dropped a deuce and says this was a Texas roast defense. The Texas roast. All is well. Dropped a deuce says Aaron Rodgers taking PTO Sunday. I'm hearing. He better not. I need to see him. Greg Starr dropped a dub and says they were getting to the quarterback in less than 2 seconds in the rain. All right, man. Glenn Capers dropped a deuce and says sports media says Cowboys are 1-0. Dak is 0-1. That's crazy how that works, but that's how they sound. Good one, Glenn. Cool Hand Lou dropped a 5 and then another 5. That's 10 altogether. He says, in hindsight, it's crazy when you realize our first score by Noah. Come outside, I'm on the way. He said, say it fast. Come outside, I'm on the way. Come on. All right. I don't even want to say it. The first score was by Noah. Was all we needed to get going. Yeah, Noah was the first score. A cat named Noah that we acquired for sending Kelvin Joseph away. It's crazy. Then he also said, Chef says this. Sorry, you reached a number that is no longer in service. If you feel you've reached this message by error, please hang up and try your call again. Hey, y'all ain't gotta do Chef like that, man. Randall Garris drop 5 says, dude ain't answer the call just like his team. Oof.
Oh, sheesh.
That's cold.
Hi, this is Eli.
Yeah, what's up, man? Right.
Hold on. Run it back. Let me just hear the first 5 seconds of it.
I don't want him to give his number out, so let me. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, cut it off. I just need to hear a little bit more how high this is.
All right, okay, let's see.
Hi, this is Eli Murray.
All right, that's enough.
Reach my phone. I'm not able to come to the phone at the time, but if you leave your name and number, I'd surely get back to you at an appropriate time.
Let me tell you something, bro. Chef recorded that shit after the game,
please
bro.
record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Chef, this is Voch Lombardi from the Voch Lombardi podcast. Me and Will Steele would love to have a word about you and your Giants. Give me a call back at your earliest convenience. You can call me back at the numbers on the screen at 3 p.m. Central. Appreciate you, sir.
Did you hear the tone?
No.
Chef recorded that last night, bro. He had to.
He was upset. He said, "Hey,
yeah."
Hey, look, he don't
This is
sound like an
Murray.
enthusiastic businessman that's waiting on a new business to come.
No.
He did that last night, huh?
I think he did that last night because he knew.
I'd be damned.
Yeah, this is Murray, and
it is what it is, dog. Just call. Look, he didn't even leave a number to call back. He just, hey, just leave a message. If I see it, I see it. Bro.
if you happen to butt down me, just
I hate it here.
That ass.
Football is a killer. All right, man. Let's get back to it, bro. Let's get back to it, man. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all been going crazy. Shouts out to Will Steele. He been going crazy.
I heard he called last night though.
He called my show?
Yeah.
Chef ain't called my. Oh yeah. Hey, Will Steele, grow up, man. Whatever you do, just please grow up and show some type of maturity.
I say this every other day to her. To Michelle, I said one day I'll grow up. I don't know when it'll be though.
Be a role model for me at least. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
All right, man. Let's Randall. All right, and we're gonna hit refresh to make sure. Make sure we good. All right, and we got a couple more. B dropped a dime and a deuce. That's 12 altogether. He says, call in and ask Chef, can we cater 40 burgers?
Oh my
McCarthy's first showing completely in charge. Looks like what we've asked for. We got dogs trying to break your walls on all levels. Wait, is New York Giants offensive line better than the Jets? Well, the Giants got all pro.
I mean, that's a good question. We're gonna find out tonight. I don't know.
That's a fantastic question.
But Chef has the worst name to for your team not to back up the trash talk.
Yeah. Y'all, Will Steele, I bet somebody wasn't cooking last night. You know what I'm saying? You can just do whatever you want.
Man, there's so many good ones.
Oh man, they said, hey, can I get 40 burgers? And JR says, Cowboys broke some records. Voch and Sky broke some records. And with them blue chew Skittles, damn it, we broke some records. Shouts out to JR for his 5.
Oh, he was funny last night. I caught his.
Yeah. JR's a character, man.
JR said, you done? All right, Voch, gotta go.
You done yet? All right,
JR, you wild, boy.
What a guy.
Oh, man.
Appreciate JR.
And he liked that in person, bro.
Like all that energy.
Yo, the energy's wild. I almost paid him. The way he was promoting A to Z that night. Dog. Yeah,
He's a good host, huh? He's a good host. All right, let's check the volume side. Then we're gonna get up out of here. Will Steele. We in overtime.
100%.
The 11th. Adrian Lindsay drop 5 says our defense is a bigger rival to the offense in the offseason than the Giants.
Oh,
the offense didn't have to take. Yeah.
He's saying our defense is more of a rival to our offense than the Giants team.
He said they didn't even have to take the field last night. Good one, Adrian. Appreciate you, sir. And Chris Perez dropped a deuce and says this ain't even our final form yet. Tyler, Donovan Wilson, and Jay Lou.
One game at a time, man.
Mm-hmm. We'll get there, man. Let's see what Marcus Harrison got to say for the day, man. Adrian says the Giants found out what happens when you don't take out the chicken. Come on, man. Relax. Here we go. All right. Marcus Harts. Shots out of 2i in the building. Salute. Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, that's me, Will Steele, and apparently Chef if he answered the phone. At the volume, why do strength and wisdom go together? Because you have to be strong enough to let go and wise enough to wait for what you deserve. Come on, Will Steele. Why do strength and wisdom go together? Because you have to be strong enough to let go and wise enough to wait for what you deserve. Come on, man. Stay dangerous out here because lions sleep outside. UNLV, hold this L, young pimp, young goat. Will Steele, I don't know what it is, but I get so hyped when I see like Michael crawling around. He doing a little line crawl. Just maniac behavior, bro. Maniac behavior. Chat, this was a fun little show today. I like when the viewership goes up and it stays that way. The volume, never seen anything so beautiful. I love that. We have a bunch of work to do. We got a bunch of work coming up. So please, chat, do not miss out on all this work that me and Will still going to be bringing to you because we're going to exhaust ourselves and we're going to bring you some fantastic content and it's going to be worth it for us. Doing all this work is going to be worth it for us. So, hey, it wouldn't make sense for y'all to not consume all the hard work and the content that we're going to be putting out for y'all over the next few months or so. So please tap in with us. Follow the volume on all his pages. Follow Voch Lombardi on all my pages, VOCHLOMBARDI. The Patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. The D-Line film session is on Patreon right now. That's the full film session. The highlighted film session should be out right now. Let's go take a look. The highlighted film set should be out right now. So we got the 7 sacks on D-line. That's out right now. And then we have the actual sacks. I mean, the whole D-line situation. And Brian Schottenheimer has a press conference. I forgot the coaches have press conferences, going back again. So
yeah, I thought it was Tuesdays, but
that's going to be a fun listen. Schottenheimer up there right now. So we'll see. Besides that, though, follow Skywalker still at Skywalker, STEELE. Yep, we live. STEELE on all social medias and check him out. A to Z Dallas in the morning, 8:30 to 10:30. He's gonna be putting out some fantastic content. And hey, we don't just do the same thing. Like his show is different from mine. They're all different fields, but you're going to get that same content. And shit, man, he had fun too. He just, shouts out to him. You know what I mean? He has a fantastic show in the morning, and his show bounces off my show, and my show bounces off his. I watch it every morning. Couldn't recommend it no more. So y'all, please check it out.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. For the rest of y'all hooligans, man, I'm dropping the link. I can't talk and do computer shit at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. Appreciate y'all. That is the link to the D-Line film session, the 7 sacks, and a couple other kits that should have been sacks, but we're gonna break that all down. Y'all tap into that, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all holding down for Dosky Wilson, the Peasky Whiskey. Till next time, volume.
Are you not entertained? Beats Planet. Are you not entertained?
This is Amari.
I'm not even answering the phone right now. Look, the chef about to call right now.